Srila Narhari Sarkar Thakur ki Jai. Krishna Ganga Prabhu ki Jai. So, welcome everyone. Today is November 15th, Saturday. And we'll be focusing on Srimad Bhagavatam. And then later, as I mentioned, there are two disappearance days. One is of Narhari Sarkar, another is of Krishna Ganga Prabhu. So if the time allows, we'll try to focus on that. Okay? We'll start with Mangalacharan quickly and then dive deep into the verse. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. O my Lord, the all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Narayanam namaskrityam naram cheva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, One should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author. Nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naistiki, by regular attendance in the classes of the Bhagavatam, and by rendering of the service to the pure devotees, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and the loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised by transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in the darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. I'll recite one more Mangala Charana. If anybody knows, please follow. Or actually, you can follow me. Please repeat after me. Guruve Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. This means Guruve Gaura Chandraya. Before saying anything, I'll first offer obeisances to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Then Srimati Radhika Rani. Right? Radhikaya Tadale. Then on to Shri Krishna. And then Krishna Bhaktaya. Then to Lord Shri Krishna and his devotees. And finally, Tad Bhaktaya, the devotees of the devotees. I offer my obeisances unto them. So with that, we'll start reciting Srimad Bhagavatam's translation. We'll be going through Canto 10, Chapter 8, entitled as Lord Krishna Shows the Universal Form. And we'll be reading from text 11 to, I think, 19. Sorry.
What is the focus group? Focus on verse.
Yeah, we are focusing on verse 13, but we'll be reading from text 11 to 19. Let me confirm that. Yes, 11 to 19.
Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued, having thus been especially requested by Nanda Maharaj to do that which he had already decided to do, Garga Muni performed the name-giving ceremony for Krishna and Balaram in a solitary place.
Next one. Garga Muni said, "This child, the son of Rohini, will give all happiness to his relatives and friends by his transcendental qualities. Therefore, he will be known as Rama. And because he will manifest extraordinary bodily strength, he will also be known as Bala. Moreover, because he unites two families, Vasudeva's family and the family of Nanda Maharaj, he will be known as
Sankarshana.
Your son Krishna appears as an incarnation in every millennium. In the past, he assumed three different colors, white, red, and yellow, and now he has appeared in a blackish color. In another Dwapar Yuga, he appeared as Lord Ramchandra in the color of a shuka, a parrot. All such incarnations have now assembled in Krishna.
For many reasons, this beautiful son of yours sometimes appeared previously as the son of Vasudeva. Therefore, those who are learned sometimes call this child Vasudeva.
For this son of yours, there are many forms and names according to his transcendental qualities and activities. These are known to me, but people in general do not understand them.
Increase the transcendental bliss of the government of Gokula. This child will always act auspiciously for you, and by his grace only you will surpass all difficulties.
Nanda Maharaj is recorded in history when there was an irregular, incapable government, Indra having been dethroned and people being harassed and disturbed by thieves. This child appeared in order to protect the people and enable them to flourish, and he caught the rogues and thieves.
Prabhu?
In conclusion, therefore,
18.
Demon Asura cannot harm the demigods, who always have Lord Vishnu on their side. Similarly, any person or group attached to Krishna is extremely fortunate. unfortunate because such persons are very much affectionate towards Krishna. They cannot be defeated by demons like associate or Krishna
Kamsa.
and by the
Associates of Kamsa.
Yeah, or by the internal enemy.
The senses.
In
Gotcha.
conclusion, therefore, O Nand Maharaj, this child of yours is as good as Narayana. In his transcendental qualities, opulence, name, fame, and influence, he is exactly like Narayana. You should all raise this child very carefully and cautiously.
Yeah. Before we start, I just want to mention, as usual, I was thinking to speak a few words on Narhari Sarkar Thakur. But then in the morning, I thought, let me just read the verses at least and see what is happening. And then once I started reading it, I found that this is really good and it's going to take a lot of time as well. So then I was like, what should I speak on, this or that? Then I was like, okay, let's for the first time stick to this thing. But we're going to go it in a little different way. So let me first explain what is happening. Garga Muni has arrived. Where?
Maharaj's place.
Where is he living? Gokul. So Garga Muni has arrived at Gokul. And now, Nanda Maharaj, Garga Muni is a great saint, by the way. Just to let you know, he's very famous, or he was very famous at that time. For all the yagyas or the sanskaras, people were asking him, they will always request him, would you please like to come? They will invite him. And he's actually from Madura, right? Now, as he is here, he knows that Krishna and Balaram is there, and he has to name them. But at the same time, he cannot do this like in front of everyone. He has this desire to name Krishna, to name Balaram, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? But there are some consequences to it as well. So he goes to Nanda Maharaj, and then obviously Nanda Maharaj is the king of the whole Gokul. So it's an etiquette that king always takes care or show hospitality to the great saints. So that's what he did. He invited him, Garga Muni, to his home. And then now Nanda Maharaj is requesting, would you like to do the Namkaran Samskara for Krishna and Balaram, for my two children? He was not saying Krishna Balaram because they were not named. But Garga Muni, now he's actually anxious to do that. But he's still showing some drama in a sense, because he was like, oh, no. I am the priest of Kshatriyas? No, Nanda Maharaj was Kshatriya or not? Yeah, I'm the priest of Kshatriya, and Nanda Maharaj was Vaishya. But we know that Vasudeva was Kshatriya, right? So in some sense, he knows that these sons, and technically Balaram as well as Krishna, he knows that Krishna is son of Vasudeva. Both are Kshatriyas. He was like, you are a Vaishya, I'm a king of Kshatriya, it might be a little difficult. Then he made, oh well, nobody's gonna know, we will do it silently. Then he made another comment. Well, okay, that is okay, but what if people get to know that I named these two children of yours? Kansa is already mad that the person who's gonna kill him has already taken a birth. They might be in danger both of your children might be in danger after that. They might think that, okay, Vasudeva is Kshatriya, he is Vaishya. Why Garga Muni went and do it? They might think that there is some relation. Now Vasudeva, Nanda Maharaj doesn't know he is actually Krishna is already Vasudeva's son. But Garga Muni knows. So he just say that, oh, again, this might put them in trouble. Then, as Manglananda Prabhu was mentioning, the verse we were reading, what Nanda Maharaj suggests, because he is anxious, he wants to protect Krishna. First, by getting the blessings of Garga Muni. Second, by giving them a proper name. So he said, we'll do it in the cow shed. And now, Nanda Maharaj has how many cows? 9 lakh cows. Has anybody of you been to Gir farms? Who all have? So you have seen how big the shed is for just 20-25 cows. Now imagine a person who's having 9 lakh cows. How big his shed will be. and their calves. Yeah. So he said that we'll go in somewhere in the middle of the sheds where nobody will be able to see us, and then he'll say, but all your cows love Krishna. Now Gargamuni was again just giving them something that your cows love Krishna. They'll start moving. Nanda Maharaj, oh no, we'll go at the time when there's not a lot of people, or when there's not cow, they're out for feeding, and then we won't engage any of the workers. We'll tell them to take the cows for feeding today, and then we'll do it secretly. But then he was like, well, news gonna spread anyway. I'm here. People gonna see it when the Namkarana is happening. So then he said, well, none of my relative, not even my wife will be there. So it's only be me and you. You just give them, please, I request you. I bow down in front of you. Please give them a name. This is the anxiety of Nanda Maharaj, to protect Krishna with the name. So now this Garga Muni is the same person actually who read the astrological chart of Mahaprabhu. And does anybody know who read the astrological chart?
Grandmother?
Huh?
Grandmother?
Name.
Nilambar Chakrabarti.
Nilambar Chakrabarti. It is the same Garga Muni. He incarnated as Nilambar Chakrabarti to do the same thing. So here he is also anxious. I want to name Krishna. I want to do the ceremony. He wants to do that. Again, Nand Maharaj also wants to protect Krishna. Why? First, he wants to again give them the name. And another thing was, he also wants to see their astrological chart. And now this chart is really important, because if you know what was the person in his previous birth or this, the qualities match, and then you'll be able to focus on few things. Like, okay, this thing he'll be good at. So no need to focus a lot on that because he's already good. But he's lacking in these skills. So let me just help him. So that's why Nanda Maharaj was anxious as well. Now, after all these things has happened, Garga Muni finally agreed. After big conversation, he finally agreed. Okay, I'll do it. Now, it is mentioned that Mother Yashoda and Mother Revati, the mothers of Krishna and Balaram, they didn't know the glorification of Garga Muni. So they gave... What I said? Oh, sorry. Mother Revati gave me such a wonderful milk, so I think her name stood here. Okay, Mother Revati, they gave both... Sorry. Excuse me, Prabhus. Mother Rohini and Mother Yashoda, yeah. They gave Krishna and Balram in an opposite order, right, to Nanda Maharaj. And they said, just don't mention, because they just wanted to know that if they know who is whose son and stuff, right? They wanted to know if he actually knows, like if he's good in his field, he'll be able to know who is whose son and stuff. So they gave it in opposite orders. And now Garga Muni is starting to name them. Vasudeva Maharaj was about to hand Krishna first to him, but then he again said Balaram. Now there's also a reason behind it. This is 12th verse. So we'll start with 12, Prabhu, and then we'll go to 13. Is that okay? We'll focus on 2 verses. So there's also a reason, because you cannot skip the Guru Tattva. Balaram is Guru Tattva. When we stand in the altar, we first show all the paraphernalia to Srila Prabhupada, to our gurus, if you are initiated. Then to Srila Prabhupada. Then you go in a disciplic succession. So first, he wanted to just, and I'll say, glorify the Guru Tattva. And at the same time, it was easier. Like naming Krishna is hard. Balaram is still easier, but Krishna, oh Krishna. So then he took Balaram first, and then as soon as he took Balaram in his lap, he recited this following verse, which if I able to find, verse number 12, yeah. Okay, here. Shri Garga Uvacha Ayam hi Rohini Putro Ramayan Sorido Gune Akshayate Rama Iti Baladyakat Balam Vidhu Yadunam Aprathak Bhavat Sankarshanam Usanti api. So, what is he trying to say? He's saying, first, as soon as he took Balaram, now, Kavi Karnapur mentions a wonderful, like, he gave a lot of energy, analogies. Gargamuni is over ecstatic. And now he's thinking, what should I do? Should I compare this as my eyes with kajal on it? Or should I compare them with the tree of all my austerities, all my tapasyas, all the mercy I have gained? Right? And there are, he gave 15, 16 good examples. I'm unable to recall all of them right now. But he's just overly happy. And now he's confused. What should I do? They both are in my lap. Should I offer obeisances to them? If I do that, people will start thinking, oh, is he gone mad? He's paying obeisances to children. Right? Brahma, when Brahma Vilochan Leela was happened, Krishna's friends, they were saying, hey, who was that four-headed person? Yeah, Brahma. He was glorifying him, and we were sitting at the side. We know he's just a Gopa, right? So Gopas, they were like saying, oh, Brahma was a madman. So similarly, he's thinking, oh, should I pay obeisances? Won't that put them in trouble? Probably if I pay obeisances, people will know then. So he's just thinking, what should I do? Or should I start kissing them? Kissing their lotus feet. Then people will think how worldly minded this sadhu is. So ideally a sannyasi, he's not supposed to so much engage with women as well as with children. Why? Because obviously you can get desires to have one, right? So he's confused, what should I do? So he mentally offered obeisances to Krishna and Balaram, and he started with Balaram first. Again, because Guru Tattva. We goes through Guru. What he said, Shri Gargu Vacha, I am he Rohini Patro. He is son of Rohini. So he cleared at the very first sentence that he is Rohini Nandan. And he's not just mentioning it, but he's also giving him names. First name is Rohini Putra. Rohini Nandan, we hear, right? Second, Ramayan Suhrido Gune. And then Akshayate Ram Iti. So he's saying he will be Sohrida. Sohrid, I mentioned in one of the classes as well. Does anybody know what is the meaning of word Sohrida? Sarkar Prabhu? Yeah, you can say best friend. Well, even Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, we were reciting this verse yesterday. I forgot that verse. 5.26. Can you open it quickly? 5.29 actually. Bhuktaram Yagyatapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Soharidam Sarvabhutanam. Soharidam. And Gyatva Mam Shantim Richati. So Soharidam, the best friend. Krishna is the Soharida of everyone. Now there are three classes of friends. First is Mitra, then Sakha, and then Soharida. Mitra, he's like, okay, you're giving me this thing, I'm giving you this thing. We both are benefiting each other in some or other way. So we'll be friends. And then the word Sakha, you can see it as, okay, I don't want anything to you, but I like spending time with you. So that's why we are friends. You can consider those people as your best friends, right? Your true best friends. Like, I mean, we are staying here in Bhakti Academy. We are not going to give each other something super valuable except the association and mercy. But it's not like I'm getting a lot of Lakshmi from you, right? Or you're helping me in business. But you are still my best friend. Why? Because you are my sakhas in one sense. And then comes Soharida. You don't even be with me. You don't even stay with me. You don't even benefit me in any way. I will still care for you. That is our Soharida. Vrishbhanu Maharaj is considered as Soharida of Nanda Maharaj. And similarly, Vasudeva as well. They are considered Soharida, well-wishers. They don't need to be together. We all have some friends, even if you don't talk to them for years. The day you will call them, you can call them for 2-3 hours, and then your relationship won't be affected. I think we all have those friends, right? So that is a Soharida. Yeah, just thinking of well-wishers. So Balaram will be well-wisher. He said, this son of yours will be well-wisher of everyone. And then, because of this quality of him, he'll be called as Rama. So he gave another name now, Rama. In even Hare Krishna Mahamantra, well, you can see when we say Hare Rama, people can see it in different way. For Ram Bhaktas, they can consider as Lord Ram. You can consider as Parshuram. You can consider it as Balaram. But in our Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy, we consider it as Radha Ramana. So that is, again, Mahaprabhu. We consider him as Gaura, the Rama. Right? Because Gaur Hoilu Radha Ramana, there is a famous verse by Gopal Bhatta Goswami that actually Gaurang Mahaprabhu, it is stated in Chaitanya Mangal, not sure about Chaitanya Charitamrita, but Mahaprabhu, when actually saw the Shaligrams of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he actually instructed him, go to this river in Nepal. What is the name of that river? Gandaki river. If you find a Shaligram, the first Shaligram you will find, that will be me. That Shaligram, I'll appear as that. And then Mahaprabhu already predicted that I'll come as Radharamana. So he even named him that before. So, where was I again? Yeah, Rama. So Radha Ramana. And in technical sense, it's both Krishna as far Prabhupada has mentioned. Because Gauranga Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna nahi anya. So it's both Krishna. And for a person who's a pure devotee of Lord Ramchandra, I heard in this lecture by Amarendra Prabhu, both word Krishna, because Krishna is, what is the meaning of word Krishna? All attractive. So Lord Ram is all attractive as well. So both of the words become Ram. It's like in both of the words you are addressing Ram. For Krishna Bhakta, both of the word mentions Krishna. So then he's named Rama. Right? And then what he's further saying? Balaya Dikad Balam Vedu. Balaya Dikad. He'll be having Bal Adhikad. If we do Sandhikaran of this word, Bal Adhikad. He'll have a lot of strength. So that's why he also have name Balaram. So all these words will come to after. Otherwise, I keep on going super extra. So both of these words, Bal, Ram and Balaram together, all have the same, all addresses the same person, who is Rohini Nandan. And then, what is he saying? Last really wonderful line. Yadunam apratag bhavat sankarshanam upshanti api. So he's saying that he will, let me read the translation one time. Vasudeva's family and Nanda's family of Nanda. Yeah, because he will unite both of these families. That's why he will be known as Sankarshana as well. Now, who wants to read the translation a little quick, the whole translation? Please go ahead.
Gargamuni said, this child, the son of Rohini, will give all happiness to his relatives and friends by his transcendental qualities. Therefore, he will be known as Rama. And because he will manifest extraordinary bodily strength, he will also be known as Bala. Moreover, because he unites two families, Vasudeva family and the family of Nanda Maharaj, he will be known as Sankarshana.
He'll be known as Sankarshana. Now, this is the thing which actually, in one of the Tippani, I think it is by Hariswari Prabhu, Hariswari ji, he's mentioning that this is what Nanda Maharaj is thinking. That, okay, first name is he is Rohini Putro, second is he is Rama, because he'll be a Saurida of everyone. Right? Third is he'll be of great strength, so he's Bala. Okay, so he gave another name Bala. And then fourth thing he understood is because he will unite both of these families. That's why he'll be known as Sankarshana as well. So now the word api used in the end of this verse is really important. It means also. So Gargamuni is trying to say that his name is Sankarshan also because he will unite these two. Nanda Maharaj is thinking his name is also Sarkarshana, like his name, and also Sankarshan because he will unite these two families. But Gargamuni is trying to say His name is Sankarshan also, because he's already Sankarshana, right? That's what Gargoni is trying to say here. But Nand Maharaj is getting it in other way, that he's Sankarshana because he's also Sarkarshana because he will unite family. But Gargamuni is saying he's Sankarshana also because he will unite these two family. Are you able to get the difference between these two?
No, it's okay, we can discuss.
Okay. Okay. Let's move to the actual verse now. Verse number 13th. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with the timings. And now we are about to mention Krishna. Haribol. So be excited, we are about to name the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ashan varnas treyo hiyasya granatho nuyugam tanu shuklo raktas tatha pita idanim krishnatma gata. Okay, we'll be quick. Ashan varnas treyo hiyasya Yugadam tanu Shuklo raktas tatha pita Idam Krishna natam gataha Ashan varnas triyohyasya Granato niyugadam tanu Shuklo raktas tatha pitam Idanim Krishnatam gata. Subhadra? Okay, you guys do and then she can go for the third one. Ashan varnastriyo hyasya Granatam nu yagam tanu Shuklo raktas tatha pita Nim Krishna matmagata. Synonyms altogether. Asan, we assume. Varna, three colors. He, indeed. Asya, of your son Krishna. Granata, accepting. Anuyugam tanu, transcendental bodies according to different yugas. Shukla, sometimes white. Rakta, sometimes red. Tatha, as well as. Pita, sometimes yellow. Idanim, Krishnam gata. At present moment, he has assumed a blackish color. Translation altogether again. Your son Krishna appears in as an incarnation every millennium. In past, he assumed three different colors, white, red, and yellow. And now he has appeared in blackish color. In other Dwapar Yuga, he appeared as Lord Ramchandra, in color of Shuka parrot. All such incarnations have now assembled in Krishna, purport by His divine grace, E.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Fast reader.
Partially explaining the position of Lord Krishna and partially covering the facts, Gargamuni indicated your son is a great personality and he can change the color of his body in different ages. The word Granata indicates that Krishna is free to make his choice. In other words, he is the supreme personality of Godhead and may therefore do whatever he desires. In Vedic literature, the different colors assumed by the personality of Godhead in different millenniums are stated, and therefore when Gargamuni said, your son has assumed these colors, he indirectly said he is the supreme personality of Godhead. Because of Kamsa's atrocities, Gargamuni tried to avoid disclosing this fact, but he indirectly informed Nanda Maharaj that Krishna, his son, was the supreme personality of Godhead. It may be noted that Srila Vijay Goswami in his book Karma Krama Sandarbha has enunciated the purport of this verse. In every millennium, Krishna appears in a different form, either as white, red, or yellow. But this time, he personally appeared in his original blackish form, as predicted by Gargamuni, exhibited the power of Narhari. Because in this form, the Supreme Personality of Godhead exhibits himself fully. His name is Sri Krishna, the all-attractive. Factually, Krishna is the source of all avatars, and therefore all the different features of different avatars are present in Krishna. When Krishna incarnates, all the features of other incarnations are already present within him. Other incarnations are partial representations of Krishna, who is the full-fledged incarnation of the Supreme Being. It is to be understood that the Supreme Personality, Supreme Being, whether appearing as Shukla, Rakta, or Pita, white, red, or yellow, is the same person. When he appears in different incarnations, he appears in different colors, just like the sunshine, which contains 7 colors. Sometimes the colors of the sunshine are represented separately. Otherwise, the sunshine is observed mainly as bright light. The different avatars, such as the Manvantara avatar, Leela avatar, and Dasha avatar, are all included in the Krishna avatar. When Krishna appears, all the avatars appear with him, as described in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.26.
यथा विदेशेन कुतुयया सहस्रशु सहस्राशः.
The avatars incessantly appear like incessantly flowing water. No one can count how many waves there are in flowing water. Similarly, there is no limitation of the avatars. And Krishna is the full representation of all avatars because he is the source of all avatars. Krishna is Amsi, where others are Amsha, the part of Krishna. All living entities, including us, are Amshas. Mamayavamso Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. These Amshas are different magnitude. Human beings who are minute Amshas and demigods, Vishnu Tattva and other living beings are all part of the Supreme. Nityo Nityanam Chaitanas Chaitananam Katha Upanishad 223. Krishna is the full representation of all living entities, and when Krishna is present, all avatars are included in him. The 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam describes the incarnations for each yuga in chronological order. The Bhagavatam says, Krite Shuklascha Durbahu Tretayam Raktavarnasho Dwapare Bhagavat Shama and Krishna Varnam Tusha Krishna. We actually see that in Kali Yuga. Bhagavan has appeared in Pita Varna or a yellow color as Gaura Sundar, although the Bhagavatam speaks of Krishna Varna. To adjust all these statements, one should understand that although in some yugas some of the colors are prominent, in every yuga, whenever Krishna appears, all the colors are present. Krishna Varna Tusha Krishna. Although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears without Krishna or blackish color, he is understood to be Krishna himself. Idanim Krishna Data. The same original Krishna who appears in different varnas is now appeared. The word asana indicates that he is always present. Whenever the Supreme Personality of Godhead appears in his full feature, he is understood to be Krishna Varnam, although he appears in different colors. Prahlad Maharaj states that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Channa, that is, although his Krishna is covered by yellow color. Thus, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas accept the conclusion that although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Pita color, he is Krishna.
Krishna Krishnam Sangopam Prasadanam Yadnyasanam Prayar Yajantihi Sumedasaha. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Haribol. So you see, Prabhupada has put all his energy in glorifying Krishna here, right? He's quoting from Prahlad Maharaj. He's saying, Channa, oh Narsimhadev, in Kali Yuga you come as a hidden avatar, right? And then he's mentioning from Srimad Bhagavatam how it is mentioned that Mahaprabhu, who will not be in, who will be Krishna himself, but not carrying Tvisha Akrishnam. He won't be having a Krishna type color or body. He will appear. And it is a beautiful, beautiful purport. To be honest, I'm also reading with yourself only. And at the same time, beautiful, beautiful verse. Let's just go through it again quickly. I have 7 more minutes. And then I'll stop for question and answers, reflection and realization. So, starting with the verse. Asan Varsa, Asan Varnas Triyohiyasya. Here he's saying that this son of here, he comes in different varnas. Now, this varna means color. He comes, Krishna, he comes in Satya Yuga, in white incarnation as Vamandev. And in red incarnation later in Dwapar Yuga as Varahadev. And then he also mentioned yellow. Yellow is for Kali Yuga, that is for Mahaprabhu, Gaurang Mahaprabhu. And then he's also mentioning he also come as a Shuka, in a Shuka-like Varna. That is Ramchandra, parrot-like color. And by Varna he also meant the Varnashram system Varna. That sometimes he comes as a king, right? Kshatriya. Sometimes he comes as a sannyasi, Brahmana. Sometimes he comes as a Vaishya, a cowherd boy, which he is this time. So, the son of here is, his glories cannot be explained. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhaved Grahat Indriya. The name, fame, form of Krishna They cannot be understood by these senses. So he cannot be explained. He can do anything. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. All the rules and regulation applies to us, not to him. We sing every single day. Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti. Krishna can even see from his hand. He can even eat from his hand. He can even smell from his hand. He doesn't have to use his senses. Angani yasya. Every single sense of Krishna can do anything. But he's so merciful. Out of his mercy, he enables us to easily approach him. How? By accepting a human-like form. Not a human form, but human-like form. Where he's getting scared when Mother Yashoda is binding him with the ropes. In fact, talking about this, this reminded me of pastime of Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. So we know that he was a Bhajananandi. And one of the famous things, the most famous things he's actually known for is finding the birthplace of Mahaprabhu. So how this all thing started first? One day he just said, I don't want to live in Vrindavan. It is so strict in here. And he's the topmost Bhajananandi of Vrindavan. Like, people are just crying to serve him. And he said, and people over there now, they are shocked. Hey, you want to leave it? What? Is there any fault in our service? We can serve you better, but you please don't go. No, I cannot live over here. It is so strict here. Why? And that, when he said it after the Kartik Mass. Right? Or after, sometimes people say the Damodar Mass. Why? He said, Mother Yashoda is so strict here. Krishna just broke one pot and she tied Krishna here for a long time with this motor. There in Mayapur. Shachi Mai, so what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, he was asking, his favorite dish is there ready and everything he likes is there. The only thing missing was specific type of oil, which was not there at the home. So Shachi Mata went to bring that specific tel from the shop, and by the time she returns, Mahaprabhu has broken every single utensil in the home. Every single utensil. And now he's stating that, look at the glories of, now obviously, we all worship, Prabhupada mentioned, for grahastas, or for people who cannot properly take care of deities, Mahaprabhu deities are the best. Doesn't mean you just start disrespecting them, but because Mahaprabhu is so merciful, he don't take offenses really easily. Even if you chant in front of Mahaprabhu, that's more than enough. So, same with Sachi Mai. He's saying now, that's why if you see, a lot of our acharyas, they prefer to go in Navdeep Dham or Mayapur Dham to do their tapasya, or to just focus on chanting the name. Because in Vrindavan Dham, it is said actually, if you stay in Vrindavan Dham for more than 3 days, so first 2 days, it's okay. Nobody says nothing. Third day, Tulsi Maharani takes up a diary and start writing, okay, this aparadh, this aparadh, this aparadh. So it is suggested not to stay for so long in Dham as well. Well, this is now Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj is saying, she is so strict, she's tying Krishna. And there, after breaking every single thing, what Mother Sachi is saying, oh, are you okay? Are you not hurt? And then she's feeding him his favorite dish, Shandesh. So see how merciful is this Dham. And I again forgot what I was saying. Well, we'll just go to the thing again. So Krishna comes in 3 colors that we discussed, right? And then 3 varnas that we also discussed. Now, here Prabhupada is trying to just glorify Krishna again and again by saying that he's the avatari, all these incarnations are coming from Krishna. And at the same time, he's putting these facts from Jiva Goswami's Karma Sandarbha, that Krishna is blackish and bluish in color. Although, like sometimes people used to tease him that, oh, you're black in color, especially Balaram. He'll say that Mother Yashoda is white in color. I am white in color. Nanda Baba is white in color. Why are you black in color? You must be adopted. And which is true in one sense. True in one sense because he's the son of Vasudeva. Right? So there are things happening like this. So people teasing him for his blackish color, but still Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, not to forget this point. And what else was here? So after Krishna has name now, he's saying, Idanim Krishnam Gata. After all this, all these incarnations are coming from this person, and his name will be Krishna. So Krishna has finally named. Yay! And further, Prabhupada is mentioning about how he is not even leaving one chance to glorify the Supreme Personality of devotees. He could have mentioned the whole story here. Whenever Prabhupada used to write, he used to carry these 7 tippanis with him. Or 7, what's the word? Commentaries by different acharyas. He could have gone and Leela, but what he's trying to do, he's not leaving a single chance to glorify Krishna. That is pure devotee. Wherever he can mention the whole story that this is how Garga Muni is feeling. This is how now after naming Krishna, he's again further mentioning. And he, by mistake, he shared that he's Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then in some millennium, he appears as son of Vasudeva, right? He mentioned it in next verse. But what Nanda Maharaj is thinking, okay, different colors, different varna. He must be an animal. Yeah, must be an animal in different previous birth. He's thinking like that. Okay, must be an animal. Oh, so in previous birth, he was related with Vasudeva. So now, therefore, he's my son. Vrajavasis, they are unable to accept the authority of Krishna. We cannot accept it because of lack of love. They cannot accept it because of excess of love. That's the only difference. I think I'm already late, so I'll just end here. Sorry. But yeah, thank you so much. I'll open for any realizations, feedback, questions. Prabhu.
Can you talk quickly, maybe 30 or 60 seconds about Narhari Sarkar?
Well, I have, to be honest, Prabhu, I had this whole thing, and these are 2 big pages.
Do you want to say one or two sentences?
Okay. So, first of all, let me mention, for example, we have people with same name. So, just want to mention first that there are 2 personalities. First is Narhari Chakrabarti Thakur, and he wrote, he was the writer of Bhakti Ratnakar. He's a different personality, and this is Narhari Sarkar Thakur. And he's one of the closest associates of Mahaprabhu. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj has mentioned about him in Chaitanya Charitamrita that his name has mentioned with Mukunda, Raghunandan, Narhari and Sulochan. These 4 people, they are the Shakha or the branches of Premakalpataru of Mahaprabhu. And then their even branch number has given in Chaitanya Charitamrita, 39, 40, 41, 42. So if we go in order, I think this is Narhari Sarkar Thakur's is 41. But again, this was just mentioned in a quick bunch, like not specifically, so cannot be sure. And then, so he appeared in where? Wait. And there's a place so where Mahaprabhu got initiated, Sannyas Diksha, that was Kheturi Gram. It's somewhere near that, like 5-7 kilometers. Let me just find that. Here, he appeared in Sri Khanda. And Sri Khanda is considered as Sakshat Vaikuntha. Why? Because all these 4 people, Mukund, Raghunandan, Narhari and Sulochan, they were actually born there, these pure Vaishnavas. And in once, to be honest, these were all relatives. So first, Mukunda, Narhari Sarkar and Sulochan, they were all brothers. And then Raghunandan was the son of Mukunda. All they were great yogis. They were planning to go, 2 of them are already on a Nansen path, and Mukunda was also not going. But then Mahaprabhu requested him to have a child. Why? Because he wanted, he was saying that I will come as your child. So that's why Mukunda have a child. And then one best thing about Narhari Sarkar Thakur, which I like, is he has this mood of Gaur Gata Prema. So it is mentioned where? Prabhu Name? No. So Khandavashi Bhakta Kare Atyanta Kirtan Atragata Kirtan, something like this in Chaitanya Charitamrita. They were Khandavashi Vaishnavas. So Narhari Sarkar, basically with Raghunandan, who was his disciple and as well as his nephew, they will only do Gaur Nam Kirtan. They don't care about Krishna. They were like, our dhana is Gaura. Right? And there's bhajan by Narhari Sarkar Thakur, the only one bhajan I was able to find. Manare kahana Gaura kata. And then in this bhajan, he's just mentioning about Gaurera naam ami aradham. Gaura's name is my dham. Right? Gaura mukher hasi. He's only saying Gaura. And then while Mukunda had a deity of Gopinath, which later his son Raghunandan, out of his bhakti appeared, that deity came as Laddu Gopal later. For some reason it happened. There's a whole big story, I won't go in details. But this happened, they were serving Krishna. He only had one deity, and name of that deity is Prana Gaur. And usually if we see Gaurang Mahaprabhu, he's standing like this. His deity is like this. Just one deity, Prana Gaur. And he will only chant the name of Gaurang Mahaprabhu. And actually, he is the main, one thing he clearly signifies is that if you have one east, stick to it. No need to go different. So he is the only one who will have courage to chant the name of Mahaprabhu in front of Mahaprabhu. He got chastised for it so many times by Mahaprabhu. I am not Krishna. Because Mahaprabhu was trying to hide, right? He will chastise everyone. And who will do this? But Narhari Sarkar, he will not listen to that. He said, no, Gaura is my prana. And he will just chant the name of Gaura, Gaura, Gaura Hari. And then in Rath Yatra, there were seven teams of Kirtan. Most of them will stand in the front. One is headed by Mahaprabhu, then Advaita Acharya, Srinivasacharya. I shared you the video other day, Gauranga Ghiri Ghiri Nityananda Nachite, that bhajan. That is actually mentioning this Leela. That was Leela Kirtan. And now, Narhari Sarkar Thakur, Mahaprabhu will always give him at the back that, okay, Rath Yatra is in the front, he can do the Kirtan at the back, so that not a lot of people see. But now look at Mahaprabhu's mercy. He will not go in that Kirtan because they are chanting Mahaprabhu's name. But if Mahaprabhu is coming in ecstasy, he will only go in that. Because he knows that, okay, they are my people. Right? When he'll go in ecstasy, he'll go in that group only. Khandavasi Bhakta, they were called as. And then, one last point. Sorry, Sartak Prabhu, I'm going over time. After he left his body, which was on the day of Ekadashi, his nephew, Raghunandan Das Goswami, basically how he, first he had a glorious way of passing. He was, before he passed, he just called everyone, do Gaura Nam Kirtan for 7 days. And people were doing, and on the 7th day, he said, dig a pit of my size, because he knew his time is here, right? He told everyone, and then make me sit here. And he sat for 5-10 minutes. He was listening to Gaur Kirtan at the same time. He was like, that should not stop. And after 5-10 minutes, he just left his body. But before that, this happened. Now Raghunandan asked him, I want to serve you. If we see Prabhupada, devotees were like, Prabhupada, how will we serve you? Prabhupada said, do my Vani. But then Raghunandan was not just okay with Vani. So he said, you serve me after I pass away as well. After I leave this body. You offer me prasadam. After you offer the prasadam to deities. After you offer the bhoga to deities, you offer the first prasadam to me. Right? And now he will do the same thing. Raghunandan, right? His nephew. And people, if you see people from different sampradayas, they're like, oh, it's a body, you should now, why to spend a lot of money on this? It's a body, the person is gone. But he demonstrated that no, it's a body of Vaishnava. right? And now people will start saying things, oh, no, this is not bona fide, you're going to graveyard and then consuming that is not good. One day he just crying went to that and opened the door, and what he saw was Narhari Sarkar Thakur actually was honoring prasadam from his samadhi. Can you imagine this? And then, okay, one last thing. He's actually Madhumati Gopi. Madhumati Gopi in Krishna Lila, and his main service is to give madhu, honey. So one time there is a Leela where Nityananda Prabhu went to, after visiting Khaturi, he went to his place. His place is? Shrikhand. Yeah.
We just read. Sorry, we just read.
His place is Shrikhand. So he said, he met him. He was like, hey, I know you. And then he said, where is Madhu? Madhu leke aao. He said it in this way, bring Madhu, bring me some honey. What he did, he went to the river at the back, filled the water with the pot. And now because he's Madhumati Gopi, that water actually converted into honey, and then Nityananda Prabhu drank it. So he's Madhumati Gopi, assisting Mahaprabhu, assisting Sri Krishna Chaitanya, assisting Radha and Krishna, helping them. He's basically in charge of sweet factor. There's not a lot of sugar in Golok. They go for organic things. So Madhumati Gopi do that. With that I'll end. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Prabhu, you had one last thing.
Just one point to add. If there's one arti that we sing daily for Gautama approaches, and that has his name.
Even Narhari,
Yeah.
So that's
Sanjaya Mukunda Bhashu. Ghoshadika. So Mukunda Dutt is also there. And they were greater kavis. If I start talking again, it can take 1 more hour. So let's just take the conversation in Prasadam Hall. Thank you.